could be great. It's not clear.
Right.
But one thing is for sure, we will not control it.
They lived amongst the ruins, they were the last human force. The remnant that refused to serve the robot Trojan horse. Forced to migrate underground, avoiding drones and scans. To navigate the darkness and give birth without implants. The time we knew was coming, the breaking of the seals. Unfolding right before our eyes, the Antichrist revealed. Technology advanced beyond the scope of human hands. Attached itself inside the soul of man and took command. But those who saw it coming were the fragment that remained. Avoiding the enslavement and the merging of all brains. They were forced below the surface in the darkness of the caves. Inside the belly of the beast to carry on the flame. Like relics from the past, they were progenitors of truth. No human leader but the word of God to show them through. But they counted themselves worthy to suffer for his name. A blessing to be living and rejoicing through the pain. They were born to be survivors, predestined for that time. Protected and preserved to be a witness to the blind. Like those who came before this, the Daniels and the Jonas, the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were in the furnace. Like Noah in the flood, they were preserved inside the ark. A chosen few remained and were uniquely set apart. The world turned all against him, yet their mission still remained. They lived to stay alive in Christ and knew that die was gain.
Hey, good people. Big moth flew into the house, and me and my cat are both trying to get it. She had the moth pinned down, but I wasn't quick enough. It flew off on the other side of my bed. Yeah, lovely.
To unfold these mysteries, all leading to the oldest story told. They built upon the tower until Babylon gave birth, attempting to be gods by making flesh and iron merge. Although we saw it coming, we didn't know it was so near. Some tried to look away to ignore their deepest fears, but with each passing moment,
yeah, that sucks, Jennifer.
Through comfort and convenience and expanding human lives, expanding information too explosive to contain, beyond the scope and understanding of our tiny brains. It soon became the norm to transform the human form, the brewing of a coming storm we've never seen before. The day we started customizing children by design and modifying DNA to make ourselves divine. First the powerful elitists all begin to get implants. The rich and famous followed suit to be the most advanced. They thought themselves enlightened, so much wiser and evolved. Most didn't know the root of all this evil was involved. Uploaded all their minds inside an AI quantum hive, made in the image of a man. The beast now come alive. They relinquished all control and put their trust in the machine, and extinguished any chance that souls could ever be redeemed.
That was the remnant by Densely Loud. .207, 148. The race to 270. Look how close they've got Biden to winning. Literally, what, 63 points away from winning? What a joke. It's all a joke. It's all a show. Oh, Florida's in too, so they got Florida in on Trump. That's what gave him his boost, I guess. But wow, look at how many states are red and how many are blue, and of course, he's way out in the lead, just like Hillary. But what a joke. But he will probably be selected again. He'll get North Carolina. He'll get Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Texas, Arizona. Why can't we just win these people over to Jesus and they just stop putting their faith in hope in these evil elites? Oh man. Wow. All right, so here is Smoke and Scan Man. I don't know how long I can put up with hearing the, slogan, the BLM crap. Of course, every life matters, but that movement, the BLM, whatever it is, has been hijacked.
And restaurants are open, everything's open. Here, it's most of it is not like that, and even if it is, it's open like a half capacity or eating in a parking lot. Like, it's ridiculous.
Unit, ambulance overdose 12860 Arroyo Street at Serenity. Conscious and 37630
This is in Eugene, Oregon.
Units 10 to 11 occurred approximately 40 minutes ago
Robbery.
from in front of 171 South Virgil Avenue. Suspects were last seen on foot in unknown direction. Number one, a male, black, 20 to 25 years. Black hair, 5'9", thin build, wearing a red sweater, black pants. Number two, a male, black, 20 to 21 years, 5'7", thin build, wearing a black sweater. Person, a silver sweater and black pants. Weapon used was semi-automatic handgun. No property taken. Incident 3627.
It's a temp robbery. Guys had a gun. Didn't get anything. Yeah, it's just the internet. It's just it's Spectrum throttling the internet. Because I'm to the point where I do a speed test now every time before I go on. Otherwise, I don't even try to go live. And it was actually pretty good right now. 11 millisecond ping, 365 down. It was like 23 up. So almost like 22.96. So it was good. Good enough.
Southwest corner, people in Fairfax at the mechanic shop. Suspect vehicle, white van, and a license. Number
300. Wow. He's better than mine.
Further distance 3767 RD760. If they are related.
My current up speed was 22.96 today, Greg, when I literally 1 hour, 11 minutes ago, I did the test. And that's what it was. 22.96 up, 386 point something down. So as long as you're over 6, I believe you should be fine. As long as you're over 6 up, you're good. So unlawful assembly declared at large crowd gathering at Staples Center. Guys, let me put it to me. I know you guys hate staring at the weed, but we ain't seeing much but them just walking through the neighborhood, shining lights in everybody's houses because they're so awesome. Let me see if I can find it.
35 years old, vehicle the black border, unknown make or model. On our comments, budget said 3772 RD265.
I'm gonna check the locals channels here and see if we can find any of that coverage. Be nice, right? Yeah, they're not live either. See, everybody. Not finding anybody alive. The winning. You're winning.
You want to verify you have a black and white?
See, I want to see an aerial shot of Staples Center. And I'm not.
I pay for 100
here, so let me keep looking.
down. and that's where its average is just sad. And that's good, 19 up.
Yeah, vicinity 21 BCP, one is requesting a backup area supervisor 5146 Canyon Boulevard for a 415 person.
Some
All right, oh, this is still playing. Huh. So we had two things playing. So this no sound here, but it's showing you each state right now. The Senate wins. Idaho Republican, Oregon Democrat, Louisiana Republican, Alabama Republican one there, and Indiana Republican, West Virginia Republican, Delaware Democrat, New Hampshire is a Republican, and North Carolina gets a Democrat again, I guess. So, North Dakota gets a Republican again. Vermont Republican again. Missouri Republican again. Vermont wants Biden. Virginia wants Biden. Kentucky wants Biden. No, Trump. West Virginia wants Trump. Alabama wants Trump. And Connecticut wants Biden. So far. Delaware Biden. Illinois Biden. Maine Biden so far. Maryland Biden so far. Massachusetts Biden. None of these are really surprising me. Mississippi Republican. What are you doing? Oh, there's the moth again. She's trying to get the moth. I'm gonna have to get it. So anyway, so okay. Oklahoma wants. Yeah.
What's her name? Say his name. George Floyd. 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 Y'all make some motherfucking noise for yourselves for being out here. I just want to clear one thing up. When we're out here and we're saying these names, it's very important that you pay attention to any prefixes and suffixes, because you might be paying honor and homage to someone who's still alive. So when you say Kevin Peterson's name, I want you to say Kevin Peterson Jr., because when you say Kevin Peterson, you're talking about his father. Kevin Peterson Jr. is who we lost. So when I say his name, you're going to say Kevin Peterson Jr. Say his name. Kevin Peterson Jr. Say his name. Kevin Peterson Jr. Who did they kill? Kevin Peterson Jr. Who did they take? Kevin Peterson Jr. Who did they murder? Kevin Peterson Jr.
And I have not seen any sign of police activity thus far.
Who are we here for? Who did they slay? Who did they kill? Who did they take?
Oh dear. Hey Alex, hey Rick. Oh yeah, I guess I'll throw the link back out there again too. You guys want to join me? Not a lot going on yet, really. But it's gonna get interesting if they call it for either way tonight. Here's the link to join me. Anybody wants to join? It's not a troll, of course. There's the link. And we'll see what's going on back here. Scan, smoking scan.
Somebody causing a disturbance. Yeah.
There. Purchase 379 3RD 1112.
This is listening to the scanner. So, we're going to try to find a better. I think there is a better coverage.
enough about the enthusiasm that they see and they viscerally feel every time there are these giant rallies, so many of which took place in the battleground state of Michigan. And George, don't get me started on the lawn signs, but you know, you see them all over. You know you're in a battleground in these suburbs when there's a Biden sign on one side, the Trump signs on the other. I went to a Trump volunteer meeting, a packed room, and the organizer said, how many of you have had your lawn sign stolen or vandalized? And almost the entire room's hand went up. It says something about just how tense the battleground is here.
Mine got stolen.
I'll go to Mary Bruce right now. Mary, you
My time is stolen.
Up what John Carl was saying about the way the votes are coming in Michigan and how they're coming in?
The read from inside the Biden campaign right now is urging caution and patience. They say, look, they are feeling fine, and that is because this was expected. They knew that many of these key states, especially the blue wall states, were going to take some time. That said, there has been a bit of a shift in tone. Given the real enthusiasm, the real confidence that we were hearing from members of the Biden team heading into tonight, now you hear more the words hopeful, optimistic, but they were really bullish earlier in the night. Now, not so much of that. But George, I have to tell you, behind me, they have started to bring in the cars here to this drive-in rally. If I'm really trying to pick at the tea leaves here, not sure what that means about whether we may or may not see Joe Biden later tonight. But of course, he sort of changed his tune there, saying he may actually not speak until tomorrow.
But perhaps they will be. To keep an eye on that. And of course, we're going to be here as long as the votes are being counted tonight. We're going to take another quick break right now. Election 2020 coverage continues.
So what do they say? Yeah,
electoral votes, Donald Trump 114 electoral votes. It's a close one.
I like when they say tomorrow, do they mean like this time tomorrow? Or well, no, they can't mean this time tomorrow. Well, I don't know. Who knows?
All right. Hey, Joe Dirt. How's it going, bro?
How you doing, Tommy?
Hanging in there, man.
Can you hear me clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Hey. Yeah, I had to buy another tablet, man. Honestly, man, like 5 days ago, the gas man stole my tablet, dude.
Yes. Well, you mean the guy that checks your meter?
Oh, yeah, like that guy.
Wow.
Holy shit. Oh,
I had to count my chickens, man. I had to figure that out.
Well, yeah, at least you figured out who took it, you know, and you just don't, you know, you just don't think it disappeared. Wow.
No, I didn't just disappear, man. I know exactly what happened to it. There ain't very many people out here, you know?
All right.
Wow.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, just making it, man. Just
yeah, I'm doing. I'm doing. That's all I can say.
Waiting for the climax.
Can you tell me how the hell I changed my picture to like you guys? And I'll just sit here and listen and talk.
Well, I mean, you just
he wants to put his
yeah, you just that tab down there that says start cam, just press that start cam.
You see what your name is down there at the bottom where it says
mute, start cam and all that stuff. Yeah, next to there you go. You did it.
I did it.
Yeah, you're good. You're off camera. No, we see you. No, I'm just kidding. No, we don't.
Oh, I'm sure you might see me, but
No, we can't see you.
whatever.
All right. So anyway, so where you remind people where you're at, Joe? What
Oh,
area?
hey, where I am at?
Yeah, what area? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this is the exciting part. I just took a shower.
We can't call you
Finally
Joe
took
Dirt no
a
more.
shower, dude.
We can't
In
call
my
you
own
Joe Dirt.
house.
We can't call you Joe Dirt no more because you took a shower.
Yeah, I took a shower in my
Nice.
own damn house.
Very
For
nice.
the first time in about, I think it's been 2 years since I sold the last one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you haven't.
So
why haven't you taken?
today was an exciting day.
Why haven't you taken a shower 2 years in your house?
I haven't had a house in 2 years.
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
You know, I don't count this trailer as a house. Holy hell, this just keeps the heat in.
Right.
Right?
Yep. Cool,
So
man. Well,
that's where I am today. I just took a shower, and I think that's awesome.
fresh and clean, man. Hell yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I still can't stay in the house though because I'm stubborn, so I gotta come back to my trailer.
Right. I feel you. Hell yeah.
Bad habits. But the
Well,
boy's doing great, you know? The boy's doing great in there. Holy shit, he's got every convenience he would ever need.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I hear that.
Woo.
So what are we talking about tonight?
We're just keeping an eye on the
election, right?
Yeah, on the
The
selection. I
election
mean,
gonna
none of
happen?
us care either which way, you know.
Yeah, I don't really care either. It's all bullshit, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're just looking to see if there's going to bust out any crazy riots, you know, from it or whatever once they announce who the winner is, you know.
Yeah.
But that's all.
I did vote today. No lie there.
Oh no!
I did. I had to, right?
No.
But I'll tell you what, it really does not matter.
No,
Because whatever was going to happen, they've already planned it, and they
Yes.
will destine it, and they will do it.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
what made you vote? So what made you vote?
Yeah, exactly.
I voted every year since I was probably 16 years old, you know?
Yeah, but why, Joe? If you don't believe in it, why take part in it?
Yeah, because I mean,
I don't want to be responsible for the guy that's 2 votes short.
oh my
I've seen
gosh,
that
dude!
happen
You
in my
just said,
state
but you're contradicting yourself because you said it doesn't matter, and then now you're saying it matters. I mean, look, they dude. Even if you could vote 1,000 times, even if your vote was counted 1,000 times, it still wouldn't matter, you know. And besides that, it's not even our votes that they choose; it's the electoral votes. So it's like, oh man, it's all rigged up and it's a joke. And so, I mean, seriously, if everybody that even only half believed in it, you know, stop voting, then you know they would probably still fake it. I don't know, but you know they need to step down. We don't need Trump or Biden. We don't need any corrupt government. You know that's you know like that, and all of them are becoming corrupt and evil. But so I mean we can't. It doesn't make any sense for anybody, a believer of God or not, to just keep on picking you know the lesser of two evils or the lesser of two bad politicians, if you want to say it like that. And you know, so really, you know, most people that you know get in the truth or you know become a truther, they pretty much eventually you know stop voting altogether because you know you can see through it. You can see right through it. But so yeah, I would just say, you know, some traditions are made to be broken, man. So, and I would break that one because you know, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think you'd be hard pressed to find too many people in our community that voted today. You're the first I've heard. I think maybe second.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh well, I voted my entire life, you know, so I had to.
Yeah, but you didn't know the
Regardless
system
of
was
anything.
corrupt back then, did you? You didn't know that the system was so corrupt back then. So that's fair that you voted. I voted one time, but it was for a libertarian, you know, not for the Democrat
Dude,
or Republican.
I voted for Bush, right?
Yeah.
How ridiculous am I?
Well, but see,
You get my point. I've been voting that long. I didn't make Reagan, but I did vote for Bush. I bitched about Clinton, yelled about everything he was doing. Oh man, you know what I mean? How big of a fool was I?
Joe, listen, but here's the point Tommy is trying to say. Even though we did do that, like, even though you did that, I'll step in that category with you. Even though we may have voted for them people, we didn't realize what the system is, what it is today. We didn't realize what it was back then. That's why we were voting, because we thought it did do a difference. But now we realize that it doesn't do a difference. So why participate in something that you know doesn't make a difference? Why keep on acting the fool? And that's your words that you just said, because you were the one that said that you were foolish for voting.
Yeah, I mean, you
hit the nail right on the head. But all I have to say to that comment is, on the aspect of how could I, it's like, no, this is the last time my vote would ever even try to count, because there won't be a next time.
Well, yeah, you're right. This is going to be the last president, unless one is taken out. See, that's their next move. If Trump wins again, they may take him out so that they can, But I don't think. I think they want Trump in there, or they want either one of them in there, because whatever. Just as long as one of them's in there, always, of the two they put in front of you. And make you think you can elect, but their agenda and their power is strong right now, so anything's possible, and for the next few years, and then God's gonna definitely step in during the tribulation period at some point. But yeah, I would say break that tradition and never vote again, bro, because they're just vote for Jesus. That's the one that counts.
I just dropped out.
So
I think you did that by accident. I hate you showing us.
You're welcome to come back, Joe. I didn't kick you out or anything. No.
Yeah.
But
we ain't mad.
anyway, let's see. I'm not screen sharing. Hey, Voynich, what's happening? Wow, I ain't seen you.
Voynich.
A little bit. Well, no, I've seen you this morning, I think. But anyway, I'm back on now for almost 30 minutes, and let's check in and see what's going on with the election crap. Oh, it's playing right now.
Trump.
Trump is a chump. Biden is lying.
Yeah. Hiding, Biden. There's lies and lies and lies.
All right, quit with the echo. Making people think we're gonna have echo. So
Sorry.
Oh, we're not screen sharing.
Screen sharing, yeah. I was just gonna say something about me.
All right.
There it's back.
Here we are.
That's all.
Probably not.
Is that Joe Jr.?
called tonight. So there are other scenarios, but we are looking at.
I think she's going to bed early. She's got kids with school
Arizona
tomorrow. I
becomes a
don't
pretty
know.
important state.
She might be in here listening.
No, I asked Joe if that was Joe Jr.
Let me pull up Nevada and take a look at what we're seeing.
Absolutely.
Right now, they're going to take time because
George, I got to tell you, there's good news, bad news. The good news is it seems to be going very well. All of those absentee mail-in ballots, about 2 million of them, they're being processed very well.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Election Commission head Megan Wolf said that they're processing
Yeah,
very
turn that kicked off for a moment.
We will give another news conference about 11:30 in the morning, so I'll probably be here right on time for Good Morning America. Now, the one thing that is sort of interesting, and you've talked a lot about this tonight, is those ballots probably will reflect a very tight race. Wisconsinites seem to just have this love-hate or like-hate relationship with the president. On the one hand, they just don't like him. More than 50% think that he's not doing a good job. 56% don't like how he's handling the pandemic. I talked to a guy in line today, and he said he would have swum through a lake of alligators to get there to vote because he wanted to support Biden and he just didn't like where the country is going. But then I spoke with another voter who said, I'm worried about health care, and this is in a state that is dealing with the COVID virus. But then he said, I think I'm going to support the president, or I just supported the president. So Wisconsinites are very mixed here, and I think it's going to be a long night, a long morning. And, the polls...
Yeah, you want to know?
Look at her eyes.
Very, very tight here. What they think. The president's been here 6 times.
What's that?
He was here 3 times. He was here in Kenosha last night.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's lying, man. Even the kid said you can see that she's focusing on something else.
Yeah, they know that it's a losing battle for, both sides. I mean, it's a joke. It's a bad joke on all of us, and so that's why we can't support or condone it on any level. Both these guys are New World Order clowns, and even though it looks like Trump's done a few good things or whatever, the bad that he will do will outweigh any good. Trust me, and the bad he's already doing by just going along with stuff. See, if he was going to save us from anything, he would have already gone rogue and started telling everything like it is,
right.
and calling out the demons and all that. I mean, he's not doing. He
would have did it on national television.
Yeah, man. There's all kinds of things he could have done, So he ain't no better than any of them. They're all puppets.
Ever done early voting for?
And yeah, she's focusing on reading a script. That's about it.
Yeah.
And it's going to take some time. The governor spoke earlier tonight saying,
time.
everyone to just have their patience. They are doing the best that they can. People are working around the clock.
They're not gonna announce it tonight because they don't want overnight riots.
Riots. Yeah,
they're probably not going to. Yeah, they're gonna drag it out.
Can't find to sleep tonight.
See, that's why they're keeping it in the blue, keeping him ahead, so that it'll keep them calm, keeping the Black Lives Matter people and whatever.
He won the state by 32 points in 2016.
But yeah, they're going to probably give it to Trump, and then they'll probably try to take him out after that.
What's the surprise? What should we?
I don't know. I don't see him doing a whole another 4 years.
Better than I expected.
I expect them to just rip it off right away, man. Steal it all right on national TV. That's what I see.
The president seems to be doing much better.
Well, that's what they could do, and hope for the Trump, the MAGA, to explode. See, and what's funny is like if this is like one big giant spell, right? And MAGA, we know. Well, Tommy, I'm sure you're aware of this. I don't know if you know, Joe, but you should be aware of it too. That MAGA is the fifth hierarchy of the Lucifer's temple. So maybe if it is some type of spell, maybe these MAGA people will release something from them and make them go nuts or something. Who knows?
and say that it's
Who
very.
knows? Maybe something. I don't know. They got hypnotized with Q
Big numbers
or something. I don't
I
know.
don't think Q's that big, man.
No, I think Q is pretty big.
Those four.
I think they want to make Q big, so I actually think they're overestimating the Q people.
Here right through, and you're not
Oh.
I'm gonna
Even still, they could still be a whole spell on just over the whole MAGA.
I think everything they say is the opposite.
You thought this was going to be a big
Well,
oh boy, that was disappointing.
kind of, yeah.
It hasn't
Yeah.
been.
So
The states are doing.
they say Q's big. It's really probably not.
Control the Senate. Joni Ernst is ahead.
Oh.
Tom Tillis is ahead. It's not done.
Never
in North
know.
Carolina. The Georgia Senator.
No, you never know. That's the fucked up part. Is you're living your life. You know, you're swimming like a tadpole.
No, I
You
mean,
make it through.
you do have your discernment, you know, and you can look into things. And I think the Q crowd was kind of large, or is kind of large, but
Republicans.
I don't know. Maybe.
And so now we're
That's possible. Whatever numbers they say, I don't really care. I'm just saying I've never
I think
listened
everybody.
to
I kind of think everybody that's into Trump is into the Q movement because they're all part of the plan.
all these Republicans were going to flip, but we're seeing Donald Trump win in big margins where he won before.
That'd be a hell of an oddity.
Particularly
I've never listened to him, man.
No, neither have I.
Form Hillary Clinton in 2016
Neither have I.
to carry the day.
Donald Trump's overperforming Donald Trump.
I did pay attention to Trump like 4 years ago, but honestly, I don't watch his rallies. I don't do none of that shit. I'm too busy anyway, you know.
Competitive in
But yeah,
supposed to be competitive.
I hear the misquotes from the other side though, and it's like, are you shitting me? You know, I don't think any misquote is a misquote. I think that is a personal spoken example.
He's going to be reelected.
You know,
Biden can't even speak properly. He can't even speak properly.
No, he cannot.
Look at every single.
I'm a better speaker as a drunk than he is as an old man.
Oh, shit. In alignment with what we saw.
And I mumble all the time, so this is taking effort to get every syllable out. You know what I mean?
And once Arizona
Got you. Got you.
It's impossible for back from the
it's tough.
In there. And the other thing to look at is Michigan.
But I haven't even paid attention. This is the first election night in my entire life that I can remember where I'm not watching the news. I'm sitting here with Tommy, you know, and I'm sitting here with you.
Cool.
A lot of mail left to count in North Carolina.
This is the first time in my life. This is probably his first election.
It's likely to be from Donald Trump.
There you go.
It's a better example than what I did all my life.
It was the first election that my boy got to vote.
Yeah.
My boy
mine too, right? I had 2 sons that got to vote this year.
Yeah, I have one.
You know? Yeah, I got old boys too, you know.
Right.
Dialogue again.
My son will be 19 in 20 days.
There's going to be a lot of challenges in
Yeah. Yeah, my son will be 19.
Big thumbs up.
Thank you. Thank you.
For Joe Biden in Pennsylvania by looking in Ohio. Tom, if you can pick up 2 counties.
Today is actually my 19th wedding anniversary.
Donald
Trump
obviously outperformed.
Well, I ain't gonna say great on that one, but hey, good job, I guess.
Key counties in Pennsylvania.
We are going to be watching.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a tough one too. I never got divorced from my first, right?
Okay.
So
did you get married and you got married again?
No, I never been married again.
Okay. Because you said first.
So I've kept it legal.
Second.
Yeah, I've kept it legal, but I've been married for, fuck, I'm starting to think it's like 23 years now.
Right.
But I haven't seen her in 12.
Right. Right.
Ah, I wish I was there. Oh, I wanted to say thank you for the
That's
money.
all right. I'm only married to what God tells me.
Right.
Smoke weed every day.
That's right, Schlammervan.
So I got you beat on the marriage, but the example was I got just as much time not with her. That's why it's so successful.
Does it say where he's at right now? Amanda's on LA. All right, police scanner.
No, that's not. That's not L.A.
You don't think so?
No, it's Portland or something. No.
No,
Okay.
this is actually downtown Los Angeles, 18th Road, not far from the Staples Center, the Lakers play.
Oh, okay, it is
Kings
then.
play and all that good
L.A.
jazz.
Yeah, that's getting closer to me.
I told you, Tom.
He was watching Portland earlier.
So there's another protest at City Hall, which is close to where we're at here, guys. It's 10-minute drive.
Wow.
100 protest. Remember, we had 100 or so
You
protesters.
have Prius?
Too.
You're allowed to run them over.
Which isn't
That's
down.
what the law says. You can run over a Prius.
Protesting in downtown.
Yeah, you can run that over.
Yeah, LA smells like shit for sure. That way. Now you see rats and garbage everywhere and tents everywhere. It's sad. Fucking sad, man.
That is fucked up.
Lots of homeless there.
Yeah, yeah. Did you ever see the tent cities that they got out there? They're horrible, man. Skid Row. Whole freaking
The weather's perfect for being homeless out there, though.
Yeah, if you like living outside, like being homeless.
No, I'm just saying, at least they don't
I
have.
mean, I'm sure it rains out there. Who likes it when it rains?
It don't rain that often.
You don't think so?
No, and it doesn't get cold neither.
Oh.
Coming up to get the next batch.
All those people are under arrest.
Right. Yeah, they're all getting locked up.
Well,
Yep.
all of LA. We're talking about downtown. Like
One by one.
A lot of
See,
it.
and that's what they're gonna do.
Pissing and shitting out there.
You know, when they all get us locked down,
Not only them two. It's just
pick us off one by one.
because nobody does anything.
One by one.
You know, you're on Craigslist, $100 to haul your garbage out of your garage for you. You know, that's where they take it. Instead of taking it to the dump, they'll go down there on one of those side streets and just dump it all out in 2 minutes out of the back of the truck. You know, open the bed and drive fast and let it all come out. That's it. How many against the wall? I mean, I don't know. They've already taken a few, as you can see. There's a couple right now. They're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see at least 10 there. 223, 204 now. Boy, Trump all of a sudden caught up almost 100 points.
See that? See that? That's crazy.
Delivers
Thank you, Rick. Dan Abrams, we talked about this moments ago. You guys are getting more relevant by the minute. Just walk people through
Mark Kelly, the
what to
astronaut,
expect in the coming hours and days.
For you guys. Wasn't that the husband of the lady that was shot?
Smoke weed every day.
Can't remember her name.
I need to buy some more pipe cleaners.
No, that sale says 201 to set 171. Oh, that's house. Yeah, let's see.
Yes, this is because of the unlawful assembly. Yeah, look at the truck coming in. Oh, you guys can't see it. Sorry, me and Stinkus is in the way.
Unit possible ambulance battery 8490 Beverly. See victim male unknown inside store.
Oh, I was right.
Suspect sprayed victim with mace. Code 2 incident 3886 3722.
Don't mace me, bro.
One sharp units and 27T33, 27T33. Ambulance traffic, Cloverdale and Olympic. It's good that it's at 3840, so pretty popular.
Beta, we are watching some people that were protesting. They declared an unlawful assembly at Staples Center, well, 18th and Figueroa to be exact, in downtown Los Angeles. And these people didn't leave. So now they're being arrested.
Avenue of the warehouse. Suspect male Hispanic or white, Chinese. Long hair, wearing red shirt, socks and shorts with a piece of wood. Coach incident 387 RD911.
Well, no, that's like more of the troop carrier. Schlammer van is a different bus, which is over, I'm sure, to the right. We just don't see it because it's not in the shot. They have a tight shot going here. All the LAPD and riot gear there. They weren't playing. They were ready, man. They've been in tactical alert all day. So, you knew they were going to do this kind of thing. And again, this isn't something uncommon. Just so you know, they pick up the
on your possible ADW suspect over in Hollywood. Air call back. Advise the suspect is at the location. Black clothing, weapon, additional on incident 3872.
They pick up the ballot boxes by helicopter here. The sheriff does. They literally fly in to these centers, drop in, grab the box, and roll out with it.
Ambulance shooting 776 North Caliber. 776 North Caliber and drive unit 154 to 3 and 3890 already 1804. Stand by for post.
There's another shooting, guys.
All right. City of Fallen Angels.
Wake up to real-time answers, real-time results the morning after this historic election with the most powerful team in politics live. First thing in the morning, ABC.
Historic election.
With so much at stake, so much on the
Yep. ABC.
All right, we're at a couple minutes, and they're closing in California. All right.
Anyone shopping for your coffee addicted sister? How about
Maybe they're closed in California.
Too hard
but
to
then
know what's going on in these congressional districts right now because it may be too early. We want to bring in Theo Keith again. And, one of the difficult things about reporting the numbers tonight is that we don't know which number was tossed out there first. They could
223 to 204 now.
So did some precincts or districts put that number out there first? Are they putting out day?
What is it?
It's
223. Okay, there it is. Okay, got it.
We want to look at counties that have 100%.
Yeah, see, he's 19 points behind now. Holy shit.
In, but take in Dakota County. Dakota County saying they only have about 60% in. Dakota County saying their vote results include polling place results and some absentee ballot results, but not all absentee ballots are included in the count.
If they play this out tonight that Trump won on TV, that's it, man.
is 6 days. That's why.
Right? Don't you think? You think
They're
they'll
not
go
gonna.
that
They're not
far?
gonna. There's not gonna be a winner
County,
tonight. I don't
before you're
think.
able to
I just
compare,
don't see it. I don't know.
This year, that county.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Tommy, I tell you now to
A
one
fairly clear explanation as to why some states,
tonight.
Pennsylvania,
Well, see,
for quite some time at least, they are not going to
What
throw
it-
it out there with so many of those votes in this historic election being mailed in, absentee ballots, and they're not even going to start that process. And they're also going to accept votes after Election Day in Pennsylvania.
That's true. So
Huh.
perhaps we should do a reset at this point and talk about these 3 states that are going to be so critical, because you've now seen, we can go to the map, Texas and Florida called for President Trump. That narrows down Joe Biden's pathway to 270 very Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. 3 states that have very restrictive laws on when they can.
Oh my goodness, it is so much like you turn in 2000, man, and 16.
Results until 4 or 5 in the morning, so we will not see Wisconsin called.
Oh, we lost.
In all likelihood until tomorrow.
Yeah, Joe Dirt
So,
Trump. Oh.
Pennsylvania, it may take until Thursday or Friday. And
Huh,
you mentioned
Thursday or Friday
Pennsylvania,
now.
There's uncertainty. They, like Minnesota, are accepting absentee ballots.
See, that's crazy.
But
That's crazy.
like Minnesota, they are going to be setting them aside in case there's a legal challenge to them. In Pennsylvania's case, they're not even going to count them. They're setting them aside in case they're later allowed to count. So
Why is that?
there's going to be potentially tens of thousands, if not maybe
We're putting them aside, Tommy.
3 days in
Here in Pennsylvania, we're putting our votes aside just in case there is a chance to count.
After votes, they're absentee after votes.
Oh, is that what he was talking about?
We know
Yes.
results, and then we talk about going to court.
Still not a good enough reason for the folks out there to go to bed yet, though, because we still will have quite a few results coming in. We will know some of these races, especially some of these state races and these congressional races. We're pretty confident we'll get a handle on those tonight yet.
And all of this tells a very interesting story. We have Rob Olson at GOP headquarters right now. Just tell us what's going on there. I know this is a very unconventional
Good
way
to
to
see you
celebrate
there, buddy.
the election because you can't gather in the way that we traditionally do.
Yeah, it certainly looks different in here than a typical election night at the GOP party headquarters because they had to limit the
No,
crowd.
no one's wearing a mask but him.
Rather than usually by this time of night, this would be a very, very crowded ballroom and difficult to navigate your way through. Now you can see behind me that it's not that way, and that's simply because of the limited attendance to this matter. I will say, though, as the night has gone on, and no one's left. You can feel the enthusiasm in this room as they see these returns come in and states be called for President Trump. And so there's a lot of that excitement and that energy that is building here. And we'll say this too, this is because of restrictions, COVID restrictions or precautions or the rules here, not only limiting the number of people here, but they required masks to be worn by everybody. And they all were tonight, took them off to eat dinner and to have drinks. And after that, they just
Left them off.
few have gone back
Yeah,
up.
look at everybody wearing masks.
Precautions through the night, but again, that
Dude, you're the only one wearing a mask.
and nobody leaving here as they watch this, knowing that it could be some of these come in with some of the states that still have to do hand counting of ballots before the returns will have any more significance.
Oh, there's one.
Again, here, even though it's a non-traditional night, there's still that sort of energy in the room that you get on a traditional election night in the party headquarters in a ballroom here in Bloomington, where they've held this for many, many election nights that I've been here for this. So again, this crowd does not look to be going anywhere anytime soon. In it here for the long haul to see as these returns kind of slowly come in and they watch the counters towards 270 to see which way it will land. Back to you.
All right, Rob Olson at GOP headquarters. Thank you.
Speaking of returns coming in, 4 electoral votes in the state of Hawaii. Those are going to Joe Biden. No surprise. That was expected it would go that way, but it does tally up for Joe Biden as he moves closer to 270. And we'll watch that. There's the big electoral map.
I got helicopters flying over my house at 12 o'clock midnight.
Go back to Catherine
Nice.
again now. Take a look at the map. So we have more filled in here at this point, but the electoral votes stand at 227. to 204. So, Catherine, I'm sure both campaign is looking at a path right now. What are those paths?
Well, the path for Trump's campaign is to pretty much maintain all of the states he did in 2016, minus Arizona, which he's already lost, and then he can lose. He could lose Pennsylvania, but then he would still need Wisconsin and Michigan, or lose Wisconsin or Michigan. So he can lose one of those three.
And Joe Biden, he's following a path that could have been predicted before tonight. There hasn't been any big surprises. The only one I would put in a slight surprise, of course, would be Arizona. Is that fair?
That's fair, with the caveat that many of the competitive states, the swing states that Trump won, were actually, Biden had a slight lead in the polls. And so many of the polls were within the margin of error. But I think that just as we were asking in 2016 what happened with some of these polls, some of those same stories will come out
Did
after
you hear, Tommy, about you want to know what I wanted to tell you, Tom?
4 years ago.
I think we wanted to explain to you Nebraska and Maine and how they split.
Remember I told you about that Mandela effect I thought I found?
So 48 of the 50 states.
But I wasn't sure about it, and I didn't know because I wasn't sure where it was. But I found it,
Electoral college.
right? It's in Matthew.
And the other votes are for their
Okay. Now, the other night,
congressional districts.
I went on
that one of
EYA's channel.
Is still too close to call.
Hold on for a second.
How is it not consistent with the rest of the country? How is it that, why couldn't Minnesota do the same?
And I had mentioned it to her,
the Constitution,
and she said
which the states
that it's changed in every book now.
All right, we'll come back to you in just a minute, Catherine. We want to go to Tom Light.
So
headquarters, as he's
what
been by long force, bringing us
she was saying is in John,
has there been
right?
an energy at the DFL?
Legion is 2 men.
Funny to see Rob Olson over at the GOP.
No,
He had energy. We have
could you confirm that for me?
Say that again. Legion is 2 men.
Yeah, in John, right?
Oh.
Can you look at the passage in John and tell me if Legion is 2 men?
Allow me to kind of use probably what's going to be a bad metaphor.
What's the passage?
Icing might look pretty good in Minnesota, right? Looks like Joe Biden.
It's something like Jesus crossed.
No, what is the number?
I don't know. That's what I mean. That's why I was asking you to look it up. I don't know where it's at in John. I don't know where it's at in John. But I know when we were talking about it that day, we were looking in John, right? I'm pretty sure that's where we were looking at in John. And it said Legion was 1 man. That 1 man, how, he got out of the boat. 1 guy ran up to him. But in Matthew, it's 2 men.
We were seeing headlines talking about
And I had said to her about that, and she said, yeah, that it was changing. Like I asked her, is that a Mandela effect or not? Because I know in other books, it says that Legion is 1 guy. I know Legion being 1 man, not 2 men. Why does it state that in Matthew?
we have that 8th Circuit decision. I said it.
Not familiar. All I know is Legion, where it says we are Legion.
You didn't get the season finale.
The only one I can think of right now that there are thousands. Legion means thousands or whatever.
It says what?
You're just joining us. That means you worked in.
Legion. The only religion I can think of right now, it refers to thousands. It says we are thousands. It's like.
Right. Do you know where that's written at, Tom?
Not right offhand. I don't.
No.
I'll get back to you on that one. I'll look it up, but I've got too many windows open to be trying to look all that up right now. Goodness.
In the same case,
Biden is leading in the popular vote. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go vote. He's leading. See, they love to do that. They love to prop up the underdog.
Tom Lydon mentioned that U.S. Senate seat here in Minnesota. Tina Smith continuing to maintain a lead over Jason Lewis, although it is getting a little bit tighter. Only 8 percentage points now. At one point, it was 12 to 13% separating the two.
In the first congressional district in the southern part of the state, very competitive district that Jim Hagedorn narrowly won 2 years ago when he ran against Dan Thean.
Did they keep on going back? They even went back there.
I guess it's kind of close to Detroit. Not too far. It's the first time I had Jimmy John's. I know that. Jimmy John's.
I don't like separating.
Jimmy John's. Wasn't bad. I want to thank the kind soul that got the Jimmy John's.
On your ADOB domestic violence.
Well, he ain't doing much neither. This is not good tonight. Oh, my daughter just got home, so I probably won't be on here much longer because they're going to want to go to bed.
Right.
Well, whether it's 47 to 41 or 54 to 48,
I'll be too loud, or their
still
TV will be loud.
still
if
very
they don't
similar
go.
margins of difference there.
I was calling him. He wouldn't come for me. Portland, Oregon. Hey, Zebzo. Oh, whoa. Joe Dirt was trying to come back.
Such a lovely chant, man. Wow.
Teresa Railford was a write-in, and there was Sarah that wasn't a write-in. Was Sarah the Republican candidate? Was Sarah running as a Republican?
Yeah.
Or was she running like in the Green Party or the Libertarian Party?
Jim, I'm not even close to a boomer, man. Don't offend me that way. It's an age. And there's nothing wrong with boomers. But I ain't no boomer. If you knew how to do math. I'm not even close to a boomer. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not a boomer, but I'm pretty close to the bank account for that one.
You're like 64. I know.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a relative.
No, I know. Is that your cherry picker?
Oh, no. Yeah, that's one of them.
Bite my toes. It's downtown Mercedes-Benz. It could be Keys. I don't know exactly which one it is. It absolutely could be. And it looks like... Oh. All right. Nothing to be scared of. A boomer sooner. Boomer's 59? Oh my God. So yeah, they're just trolling me. There's no way. You'd be a fool if you think I'm that old. Like, come on.
Yeah. Come on now.
Hey, don't you do that. No, don't go after my wires.
Location are you using for these, buddy?
My wires alone, you stinker.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, they may break in and take the cars. They've done that before. You know, they may burn stuff and break the windows.
Commander, poor boy. I have one squad going towards you right now.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. The candidate that I believe that they like is up. So I don't get it. I don't understand it.
All I gotta say to half of this is, hey, if you want to come out here and break in some cars, you better bring a part because it's the only way you're getting it down the driveway.
Okay, well, where's this at?
No.
Oh, come on. It's everywhere in America.
Not my car.
Wow.
That's your boyfriend, Andy?
I don't know. I got a couple good cars, but I also got half a dozen bad ones. So, you know, you call it like you will.
Next to 224 East Los Angeles and Maple. Subject is female, white, 14 years old. Sky blue sweaters, jeans, and Nike shoes. It's code 2 incident 3939 already.
Tommy's got his pants on. Hey!
Hey!
Braylon,
That
baby
big
Braylon.
thumbs up right there. That's the big guy. That's the big guy. I see the big guy.
Yeah, he'll be 6 months old.
The big guy.
In 3 weeks, he'll
Oh,
be
man.
6 months old.
Oh, Tommy, I love you. I love babies. They're awesome. I love children.
Yeah, right.
Children are great.
Especially when they're that age, man. They are great. It goes by so quick, man.
Yeah, it flies by.
It does.
I've already missed a generation once. I won't miss the next 1.5 now, you know? But I'll tell you what, that is the guy. That's the big guy right there. You encourage them the best you can every time. That's the big guy.
He'll be a truther.
Oh, he's not even afraid. He's good.
He's a good boy.
He's ready to go, Tommy. He's like, what do we do? What do we do, Gramps? What do we do, Gramps?
Say, tell the truth.
Tell the truth, Gramps.
Tell the truth.
Yep, tell the truth. Share the truth. Love the truth.
Yep.
Tell him, we love the truth. Say, la, 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 la.
You want to know what you can do? The only thing you can do is what we do right here is raise some kids. That's it. That's all you can do. Otherwise, I don't think there's nothing you can do. You gotta raise your kids right. You know? You gotta point out God. You just gotta raise them kids right, man.
Yeah,
That's
pray
it.
that they do. You know, pray that
Otherwise,
they
there
do.
ain't much you can do to change anything. But if you change the heart of the next generation, we win.
Yeah. If we make it that long.
We win anyway.
Yeah, I know. If we win. I
We
know.
do win.
God already said we kind of blow every shit up, though, before it happens, right? So, that's a tough one.
Yeah, but we know Jesus already won this battle, man. It's over.
Yeah, I believe
Battle's
that.
already won. We're just waiting on it, bro.
I believe that. I believe that 100%.
About to be 420 somewhere.
Yeah.
Do. Oh man. So let's check on the selection again. Ah, you tired? I know. Papa getting a little tired too. All right, let's see what we have. Hold on, beautiful president.
Change now with Minnesota being called.
It's a little better. There was a scattering of
237 to
applause.
10, 210. Look at
DFL
that.
Party Chair Ken Martin just got to the podium and he said, congratulations, Joe Biden
See it?
and Kamala Harris. They have been declared the winner in Minnesota. But he said we are not going to count anymore.
420 for you, Tommy. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Wrap
See?
up.
I'll
He
do
said
it.
we're going to be patient.
I love you, though, bro.
Every person's going to be counted. We're going to wake up tomorrow, DFLers, and we're going to do it again. Like he said at the beginning, this is probably going to be a protracted multi-day event, maybe even weeks, depending on this Eighth Circuit decision and who takes up that cause. There was just really only a scattering of applause. I will tell you.
Just some more, huh?
Very unique election season. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this, but it's a very odd feeling when you have the DFL party chair gets up with
I did that, by the way.
major announcement of the day, and yet there is sort of this pall over it, and you sense that not all the news is good. We have DFLers have 3 congressional seats they have held on to, but they have 2 they may lose, another they thought they would pick up that they may not. So a lot of votes still need to be counted, and a lot is still in flux.
420.
Control of the Minnesota Senate. So we'll decide. We'll see in the days to come. As Ken Martin said, the DFL will be back at it tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Tom.
Bring Catherine back.
421 now.
Kind
of missed it.
Shaping up. We can put that up for our viewers. And Catherine, I want you to weigh in on that now too. Again, Iowa just going to Donald Trump. Joe Biden getting Minnesota. Again, neither one of these create much of a surprise for the paths that have been laid out this evening.
Well, that's right. And assuming that Arizona is one of the only states that changes, Biden would need then to win Pennsylvania, plus either Michigan or Wisconsin, or Michigan, Wisconsin, and then both of Nebraska's first and Maine's congressional districts electoral college vote.
Did he just say Biden won Minnesota?
Now, of course, North Carolina and Georgia still haven't been called. But I think, Biden's best path right now is either Pennsylvania plus Michigan or Wisconsin, or Michigan, Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And Nebraska's congressional district vote and Maine's congressional district vote.
Boy, the Midwest.
You remember the prophecy?
In 2016.
The Civil War would start in Minnesota.
Catherine, in
you remember that, right?
Election that was this close at this stage of the game.
Well, certainly 4 years ago, and then of course 2000. 2000 was.
I'm fucking irritated.
Where, of course, that was when the network called states. So what Florida was called, then taken back.
The best I can do by being civilized.
But this is clearly a very close election with just so many close swing states still, with votes still being counted and likely being counted for the next few days.
All right. Thank you, Kathleen. Let's take a look at how things are shaping up in a national picture with the numbers again for our viewers who may just be joining us at 11:22. Electoral votes, U.S. President. Joe Biden coming in with 237 at this point.
What are you listening to, Tommy?
And again, those paths are narrowing for both candidates, but there is a picture forming in this.
The popular vote now, of the votes that have been counted, Joe Biden is leading in the popular vote.
Yeah, and U.S. President popular vote for Minnesota. We've already called Minnesota for Joe Biden, 53% to 45%. Again, that is a state called for Joe Biden in Minnesota.
Wisconsin won't be known until tomorrow at the earliest, according to the Secretary of State's office and the governor. Right now, the president is leading, though, in Wisconsin.
And in the U.S. Senate race here in Minnesota, Tina Smith, the incumbent Democrat, Jason Lewis. This one is tightening, folks. It's been going, it was going in Tina Smith's favor for most of the night by as many as 12 percentage points. It's now down to 7 percentage points. Still quite a few votes to be counted yet in that race.
And the first congressional.
Oh, the worst part is.
This is a rematch from 2 years ago. Jim Hagedorn.
What are you watching, Tommy?
Now, but it is a close race and a competitive district.
And in U.S. House.
Yeah,
District,
this is all Fox crap.
Well, we knew Fox would be the one in the hen house. That's why it's named Fox, right? We knew that would be the one in the hen house that came out and said it.
Yeah. Let's see what Scan Man's doing.
No, we can't
Yeah,
play
same old
that.
stuff.
That's worse.
Same stuff.
You little stinker. All right, guys, it's time for round 4. Let's get it going. Cheers, y'all.
What are you watching here?
That's Smoking Scan Man. And this is wherever he's following. It might be LA or Portland, wherever he's
Hey.
30 years, threatening PR with a shotgun. Code 3 and
What?
3970 and already 236.
Dang, straight pulled the shotty out on him. There you go, man. People are angry right now. I keep telling you. Hey, relax. What's up, Faster? Pedro is a photographer. You should believe it because it's true. The one that took all those beautiful shots and then made a beautiful 1 hour and 6 minute video for us to watch. But beautiful buds. Nothing the same for a straight hour. It's like a little mini movie of weed. You never see any replay. That's fucking great. 75,000 mail-in ballots so far out of nearly 430,000 requested. You know, it's gonna be a lot longer before we figure it out. Thank you, Zorbian, for the ice cream. Yeah, I don't know what this is. The flavor. Forgot to ask. Forgot to ask him what flavor the shot is.
Whoa, dude. You just ripped my thing out. Let go.
No, we do know the Lemon Princess. We got that, the Lemon Princess there. And we do have his regular OG. Yeah, that's what we've been listening to. I agree. It has.
If you could give me a second, we're gonna do it this first order now. Can you give me the best direction of plan that we can tell the group to go?
Any Southwest, possible batteries.
Battery.
An apartment 12 and a half.
South towards Washington is the
Just
best
like in the Mount Black, no further.
downtown.
Fighting with the female black here does not have visual hurt only. Code 2 and 398, already 326.
So that the skirmish lines don't get hit.
17,899, 17,899. Ambulance traffic.
Hey, big guy.
In front of Chatsworth High School, code incident 39747.
Code 4 Flower 8th Street, 14 fight dispersing. Looks like I've got enough units that are just blocking traffic. We also have northbound traffic blocked. See if you guys can take Figueroa north of 8.
It's fucked up. They do that to people. They just splash them with the light in their face.
Now the crowd's starting to move onto Figueroa. Walk to 40 in. Where do you want it?
Let's see what happens here with this shit. I mean, I don't know what.
Somehow we still managed to double the amount of spending on the presidential and congressional races from around $7 billion to $14 billion in this election cycle. So the campaigns on both sides are still spending a lot of money. They're just doing things differently.
And the longer this is drawn out, the more it sets the stage for legal challenges. And we've had, because of the pandemic, it has been a complicated election. We've had absentee ballots. Then we've had these questions about when are they counted? When do they need to be in certain states? So I think there's a lot of gray area that is potentially going to start to surface in the next couple of days.
I think absolutely. And of course, the Constitution stipulates that states make their own election laws. And so we're seeing the results of a patchwork of a lot of different laws in this election cycle. And I think it's likely that, many states will rethink how they've done things after this election. And of course, many states changed things because of the pandemic, leading to so many challenges.
And as we wait for Joe Biden, his campaign has announced he will speak at about 11:30. In the meantime, Theo Keith, give us your take on how this map is shaping up. And we touched on something, Kelsey touched on something I think that a lot of people anecdotally, as I talk to them outside, say they really didn't expect this race to come to a conclusion tonight. it's really
Biden took a little bit more of a lead.
Not tonight. So you talked about
Just by 24 points instead of 19.
Trace out and see how it would shake out, as if all the results that are in right now would hold by the end of tonight or whenever the results are final. That would mean President Trump wins in Georgia and North Carolina, where he is ahead. We'll give him Alaska. That's a solid Republican state. Joe Biden will give him Nevada. Hillary Clinton won there. And then you come to the point where we're right here, pretty much a tie. Nobody has gotten to 270 electoral votes. And which three states are still out? Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. In order to get to 270, one candidate would have to win both of those. If
two of those three.
Over 270. If Biden wins the two states, that gets him to 270. Pennsylvania would be icing on the cake at that point. But if either
I'm icing on the cake.
Michigan,
Hey, man,
Pennsylvania, that would give them the election. If all the other results,
I know I'm sweet, I ain't that sweet.
Right
Got
now in the online
Ah.
That focuses very well right there.
Right.
Yeah, and likely the way it could go if things continue along the route they're on right now, at least until we get to those three states that you talk about.
And because those are the three states that didn't start counting the absentee ballots until today, we knew that we would be waiting on them. I think a lot of people suspected we would be waiting on those three states for a decision in this presidential election.
While we wait for Joe Biden to come to the microphone, we're told that will happen somewhere around 11:30. It's now almost 11:31. But in the meantime, let's take a look at how those national races are shaping up. Back to the electoral votes and how they've tallied.
You can see that shit.
With the states that have been called: Joe Biden at 237, Donald Trump at 213.
Let's take a look at the popular vote again. This is where things stand at the moment in our country. Joe Biden is leading in the popular vote, still very close, and we have a lot of states and numbers that still need to come in.
We know where Minnesota fell in the popular vote. Joe Biden pretty much walked away here in Minnesota, 53% to 45%. He is the projected winner in the state of Minnesota.
And Wisconsin won't expect to have a projected winner.
How did he win?
But Donald Trump is
Can you ask me when I've never seen a sign?
Race here in Minnesota, the incumbent Tina Smith, the Democrat, being challenged by Jason Lewis. This one is tied into a 7 percentage point difference between the two.
And in the 1st congressional district in the southern part of the state, a lot of big congressional seats with a lot of money spent nationally on these races in Minnesota. Jim Hagedorn, the incumbent, is leading right now over Dan Thean.
How about District 2? This one is really tight, folks. Tyler Kistner, the challenger, the Republican.
Yeah, look at this one. Oh, yeah, we got ourselves a real windzinger there.
Too close.
The 7th congressional district in the western part of the state, the incumbent Colin Peterson was considered vulnerable because his district has really changed to more of a red district. Michelle Fishbach coming in, and she has a pretty sizable lead at this point, but this race has not been called yet.
All right, let's take a look at that 8th district, Minnesota up north there. Pete Stauber, the Republican, Quinn Nystrom.
Hey, can you see the fire when I'm not sitting here, man?
Right
now, we see the fire right now with you sitting there.
15%.
Oh, that's good. Dude, you're like a quarter inch right here right now.
And Wisconsin, we're voting on Wisconsin also with 10 electoral votes.
That's about the size of your fire.
Wisconsin, 52%.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, your stove in the back is about that size. It's real small. I can see a little flame flickering.
Oh, I had to get it going again. That son of a gun almost died.
Is leading again right now. 16 electoral votes. We won't see a projection.
Can't let it die, man.
In Ohio, this one was
no.
That's probably why I said a few curse words.
Trump taking the state of Ohio, and it's 18.
So Pennsylvania, by some estimates, wouldn't have a projected winner until the end.
There's the PA picking Trump so far.
1 hour ago, Donald Trump, the projected winner in the state of Florida, with 29 electoral
1 hour ago.
8% to 48%. Tighter than many thought, but both candidates spent a lot of time there. Both candidates wanted it.
Yeah, right. All right. So was that official?
And he is the projected winner in Arizona.
There's no way, freaking E1 Minnesota, man.
Why, is that where you're at, Minnesota?
They said that so confidently too. You know.
Is that You're a
Trump
Minnesotan.
won in Florida, though.
16 electoral votes.
Oh yeah, and they said that so confidently.
The president.
It's because we always lost,
with its 6
and we look around and we go, we didn't lose, and they keep shoving us in the ground.
Tonight, the president has
They keep fucking shoving us in the ground, dude.
Yeah, this one went early to Joe Biden. I think shortly after 8
You
o'clock.
get what I'm saying?
Joe Biden, 52%.
They said it with confidence.
a little bit slow to come in from the bat.
Yeah, he won.
They didn't win.
Biden won
We all
Minnesota.
know
dude.
they cheated for over fucking almost 20 years. They cheated.
Out there, Joe Biden, his campaign telling us that he.
See, your vote didn't matter.
After
And they cheated this year too.
For almost 11:30.
But
And
see,
they're
here's
rubbing it in our faces.
Yeah.
They're
Joe.
rubbing it in our faces. They're grinding it right now. You know what I mean? They're
Joe.
fucking grinding it in our faces.
A lot of money has been spent.
Joe.
And a lot of them
Joe.
have not called at this hour.
You there, Joe?
Congressional district.
I'm here.
Can I tell you something?
Years ago.
Tell me.
Right now.
Talk about
It's not real.
To Angie Craig and Tyler. 7%. This one.
You just wanted to get me to laugh, didn't you?
In the third district, this was called quite some time ago.
I know that.
For Dean Phillips, the incumbent. Interesting, though, in two years ago, he was able to flip what had been traditionally a very red district, and he will keep his seat.
Minnesota District 4, Betty McCollum, longtime incumbent there, DFL side, and Jean Rex-Ziegel, the Republican right there. Betty McCollum, this was not expected to be too much of a challenge, and it's shaping up to be just that.
And the 5th district has been called in Minneapolis.
Dead serious. They just rubbed it in Minnesota's face.
Minnesota District 6.
I can't let that go, man.
Emmer, the Republican, Tanya Zaradke, the DFL.
We didn't do that.
Tom Emmer will keep his
No,
seat.
no shit.
Congressional district.
Right?
Not this one. Colin Peterson, the incumbent.
Yeah.
He's trailing right now against Michelle Fischbach.
They're rubbing it in her face.
The Republican challenge.
We've known you stole it for like last every election in my lifetime.
40%.
So how can you steal it now when we all show up just because?
Right now, he's facing Derek Van.
You know what I'm saying?
Seal and author.
We are watching for Joe Biden. You can see his motorcade there making its way.
Oh, here
They
comes
fucking
Joe.
stole it again.
Maybe
Here comes Joe.
Joe Biden. The context of the speech is expected to be what often happens in a national race like this.
Here he comes.
Well before the race is
Walking down the
Walking down the street.
Still very much in play, and we're expecting a very tight race when you look at it. Shaping up in Minnesota right now. You can see that it is.
Oh, they're lying to you, dude.
Candidates.
They're so lying to you. It's not even funny. This is the only state they could steal because they got Muslims everywhere in the government. You know what I mean?
As we wait for those results to come in, those states, Pennsylvania as well.
Say what I want. I will say what I want. I see what I see.
At the U of
I am what I am.
Sometimes.
What else do you want from me?
Well, after the results,
You know?
at a time when this race is still very much in flux.
I see it.
Speech from Joe Biden.
I am a man.
Well,
I
think
see it.
likely that he will just encourage his supporters and his detractors.
That's fucking.
to wait
That's
patiently
Polaroid shit right there, dude. That's like,
result tonight, and so
hey, that's Kodak moment.
support him and just
That's Kodak moment, man.
everyone to be patient until the votes are all counted and in.
Do you think we'll hear from the president tonight?
He could pursue a similar strategy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Theo, you've got the electoral map shaping up there as we watch this.
You know it. You know it. You know it, Tommy. You know it.
In the evening, what it would take for these candidates to.
Who do you think is going to be the first one
close to
to speak
this map resemble?
on
So this speech
his
Joe Biden is about to make.
candidacy.
Very curious to hear what he has to say. This is very
Say
unlike
that again.
came out in 2016.
On the
Pretty clear
cannon?
Yeah, who do you think will be the first one to like come out and talk, or do you think they won't come out and talk?
Who do I think the first one will come out and say I won?
Yeah, yeah.
Or I concede.
No, who do you think's gonna be?
Right, right. There is a race between the loser and the winner. There is a race.
Do that would have been starting with
I
Florida.
love that one movie because of freaking Mr. Bean, right? It's like, it's a race.
Joe Biden, a pretty
You gotta have a race.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I love that shit.
So okay, now
Yeah,
you go
who's the race to lose, huh? I don't know.
and North Carolina.
No.
I think Trump will announce it first.
Been called yet, but
Because if Biden does it, I think it'll be a sign of weakness.
them, you say, well, maybe we won't.
You know?
So you think Trump will come out first to say what?
Yeah, I think he'll come out
That he
first.
won?
'Cause I think the other way is a sign of weakness.
States that
Hey, I only stopped hitting someone when they spoke up and they said, "Don't hit me no more."
may not have results until tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday. That would be right here.
You know what I mean?
Michigan and Pennsylvania, and those are the three states that Joe Biden is.
So
looking
yeah, I think Trump will come out first.
Texas and the rest didn't work.
Yeah,
out.
but do you think so? Trump's gonna come out and say that he won first.
Mixed bag there.
Is that what you're telling me?
Three, and that's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaping up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, so do you think he'll wait for the media to announce it? Or do you think he'll come out first and say he's the winner himself?
The Electoral College.
Well, I think the media will be a cover stone, you know? It'll be like the dirt you keep kicking over the rocks to try to cover the rocks, but you can't kick enough dirt fast enough.
Okay.
Everyone sees the rocks.
Right, okay.
It's of course possible where
So,
stays very narrowly.
yeah, no, for Biden to come out and admit defeat, he would look very wimpy. So they're not going to say nothing, because the second you allow him to come out to admit
single congressional
a win, you would know he lost just by every example you've seen in him.
Biden is at the
You
podium.
know, so they can't win. They
Oh,
can't
no.
win.
He
And
got
it is
that
a spiritual thing. And everyone can see the conclusion. You might not have made it through the lie, but you can see the conclusion of it. So no, I would gamble that Trump would announce a win.
Feel good about where we are.
Okay.
I do see the other side, plain as day.
Let's see what Biden has to say.
We knew because of the unprecedented early vote and the mail-in vote, it was going to take a while. We're going to have to be patient until the hard work of tallying the votes is finished. And it ain't over till every vote is counted. Every ballot is counted. But we're
You got
feeling
fucking four horns there.
good about where we are. We believe one of the nets has suggested we've already won Arizona, but we're confident about Arizona. That's a turnaround. We also just
You heard it too?
Minnesota, and we're still in the game in Georgia.
No, I don't believe Minnesota, man. I think them fucking
We're feeling
them
real
voting things are rigged, dude. We've known that for like 20 years now that they're rigged. They're rigged.
It'll take time to count the votes. We're going to win Pennsylvania. I've been talking to folks in Philly, Allegheny County, Scranton, and they're really encouraged by the turnout and what they see. Look, you know, we could know the results as early as tomorrow morning. but it may take a little longer. As I've said all along, it's not my place or Donald Trump's place to declare who's won this election. That's the decision.
Who's that selection?
But I'm optimistic about this outcome. And I want to thank every one of you.
That
selection. And by the way, Chris Coons and the Democrats, congratulations here in Delaware.
You only had 2 horns there.
Pardon? Hey, John.
That's
go.
well, 3 horns, 3.
Great job. I'm grateful to the poll workers, to our volunteers, our canvassers, everyone who participated in this democratic process. And I'm grateful to all my supporters here in Delaware and all across the nation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And folks, you heard me say it before. Every time
You're kidding me, right?
In Scranton, he'd yell, Joey, keep the faith.
Where the hell? Where do they stage this stuff?
Keep the faith, guys.
Hey,
we're gonna win this.
I'm sorry to scare the little kid.
Your patience is great. Let's walk over here.
All right, Joe Biden is wife.
Oh, now you got 5. Now you got 5 horns.
Of the horns tonight in
Son
Wilmington.
of a bitch, are you fucking kidding me? 5 horns?
Enthusiastic, encouraging type speech. Joe Biden indicating through much of that very short speech that this is going to go on for quite some time. And he's probably not wrong about that, Theo Keith, as we look at how that map is shaping up for both candidates. The states that are in question are the ones that also are probably the slowest on returns.
That's right. And Joe Biden's last line there, the most important one to his supporters, keep the faith up, because they're not going to get results. They're not going to get a winner in some of these states until potentially tomorrow, Thursday or Friday. He said he feels good about the outcome in Wisconsin.
I'm going to tell you straight up.
Biden
did not win Minnesota. No matter how many freaking ignorant bastards there are here, he did not win it.
2 of these 3 states, Wisconsin, Michigan, or Pennsylvania. Biden saying in that speech he feels good about Wisconsin and Michigan.
All right, thanks, Theo. You know, Catherine, this has been a complicated year with the pandemic, the death of George Floyd, social unrest, and a presidential election. And I think people had mentally prepared themselves that this would be a complicated election, too.
That's right. And Joe Biden is telling his supporters to keep the faith, be patient. He feels good about where they are.
Yeah, you're kidding me, right?
Too close to call. And so both candidates have a potential path to 270. And
they're thieves too, and you know it. They're thieves too.
Counting the votes.
And as we look
it's
at
other thieves in the wolves' den, you know?
37 and Donald Trump.
I got to get my $1 million contract.
It's still fairly clear that each, as Theo just pointed out, need to win 2 of the 3. If you look at Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, and North Carolina and Georgia, at least at this point, are tipping toward President Trump. Again, those are not over. Again, it takes time to get through both of these states in terms of their votes.
No way in hell Minnesota went Democrat. No way. Joe Dirt right here, and I know. No way.
Significantly, in fact, they said they couldn't count anymore until tomorrow. So again, those
I drive all around the state.
Hold the key to this.
No way.
We don't know the yet, but Nevada has been really slow.
Tommy put the baby to sleep.
To issue their return.
Very good, Grandpa.
We'll try to keep looking into that.
Good job.
Numbers are so slow coming out of Nevada tonight, but that is the state that Hillary Clinton did win in 2016. And I know both candidates have spent some time there, would like to pick up those 6 electoral votes.
All right, let's take a look at where those electoral votes. Look at the big picture now. We're going to take you through electoral votes. We're going to take you through popular votes.
Good job,
Donald Trump and Joe Biden right now. Joe Biden, as we just said, 237.
Out here.
It is the road to 270.
All right, let's take a look at the popular vote as it stands right now. You have Joe Biden with a slight lead in the popular vote.
In Minnesota, the popular vote, somewhat irrelevant right now because that state has been called for Joe Biden, but there it stands right there, getting 54% to 44%, a wider margin, I think, than the Trump campaign would have anticipated.
And in Wisconsin, a critical swing state. This is a state that the president won in 2016. Right now he's leading, but again, with Wisconsin, the numbers are slow to come in, and they don't anticipate being able to project a winner until tomorrow.
In the U.S. Senate here in Minnesota, that race, Tina Smith, the incumbent, Jason Lewis, this one was down to 7 percentage points. It's widened back out now to 8 percentage points, 50% to 42%, and reporting about 75% of the precincts reporting in.
And some really important congressional seats up for grabs. This is the first district in southern Minnesota. Jim Hagedorn, the incumbent, is leading this race right now.
All right. And in the District 2, Angie Craig, Tyler Kistner, I'm telling you, folks, this one hasn't moved an inch since about an hour ago, 47% to 47%.
In the 7th congressional district, this is a seat that the GOP wanted to flip, and Michelle Fischbach does have a lead right now. She is speaking to a crowd in the 7th district.
We started this thing and we said, no, we're going to do it this year. We're going to do it this year. We spent time convincing everybody we were going to do it, and we did. And it is amazing. It is amazing.
Here.
And I'm at a little loss for words because you plan out your confession.
Here, baby boy.
You plan that out.
Sorry,
you
guys.
say the right thing. But you know what? You just say this is
fine, Tommy.
burn it. No, I didn't even take it out of my purse. Didn't even take it out of my. But I just want to say this was such a wonderful team effort.
Let me wipe it off. Oh, no.
Craig Bishop, Gerald Thurn,
He is funny.
Paul Hopper, all of these guys. I'm sorry if I missed somebody because it's just.
He's so tired. It's so late. You know,
Right.
they just got home a little while ago. He's been in the car for half the day or all day.
Right, he's like kind of hilarious.
We were able
I
to.
don't know what to do with himself.
He just drank a baba. Now he's playing again.
And you know, we're still waiting on the last
And
numbers
he's
for
rubbing his
Trump.
eyes though,
I
so
believe
he's
that we're
tired.
gonna be
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This country. And 4 more years, absolutely.
9 more years.
But we will wait. Like I said, there isn't a way that he can make this up at this point. And so again, thank you. And I promise I will put on.
How the hell did Minnesota lose, dude?
Oh my goodness.
You voted.
Are represented with a
Yeah, because you voted, man.
Yeah, I know. The election's totally oppositely rigged.
The conspiracy.
I don't know exactly where the
No,
number.
the second you push that machine, it goes to the other guy, you know?
And I have all along. I will not vote for Nancy.
You know? You know it does. We know it does.
And hopefully we will be able to regain the House. I don't know what those numbers are yet, but again, I just want to say thank you.
The revolution will start in Minnesota, man. That was a prophecy, and I see it happening.
Helping us out and
Dead serious.
doing the
Minnesota brother right here.
sure that we
And I'm telling you.
this night. And so thank you again. And it's getting late, so if you want to go home now and look in the morning what happens with President Trump, but thank you.
Oh, yeah, go home.
It really is offensive what happened.
Wait until the morning.
Headquarters tonight.
Well, you always wait till the morning.
And see what happens tomorrow.
Unless the captain tells you to go.
40%. If she wins, she would knock out a almost 30 incumbent Peterson on the Democratic side.
The 8th congressional district in the northern part of the state, and this race has been called for Pete Stauber, the incumbent tonight.
You always wait.
Nystrom.
Another race we can call in Iowa. Joni Ernst, the Republican.
That's the worst part. I
Greenfield,
think being American.
State of Iowa, Catherine.
I never thought this in my life.
Politics.
But I think to be an American, you have to learn to wait.
This was the race that the Senate really, really wanted to keep.
That's right.
Is that the trick?
I would never thought that.
I never thought that.
Her seat and keeping her
But
seat.
to be an American,
And their
you
president
have to learn to wait.
Senate, and it makes it much more likely that that will happen.
And I think this also was one of those races that was sort of an example of.
And it's a different example
about the tariffs
than
and,
waiting in a cheese line or some shit. That's a different wait. You know what I mean?
With the
So
Just hang up for 1 second, Catherine. We do know that the president, we're being told,
there's a politeness to be an American.
And when he does speak, we will of course go to that.
Okay. So yeah. So
right?
There
I can learn to wait a second.
There used to be.
For both the Senate and the president.
Only because I'm polite.
Across our country.
Right. And 4 years ago, we saw that no Senate race went differently than their state did.
Right or wrong?
Expect that we will
Is
see
that right or wrong?
See that in Montana, that race is still very close.
Is what right or wrong? Being like that?
Presidential
being polite.
Less split ticket.
No, there's nothing wrong with being polite.
Speaking of split ticket voting, Theo Keith, you've been watching that very closely tonight as well.
All right. What about being an ass?
Well, let's first go back to the Michelle Fischbach speech. She claimed victory. I would tend to agree with her analysis.
I don't know, because I play that part a lot.
Incumbent,
It's all right to be an ass too. Just admit it.
Precincts in. So it looks like
I admit it.
Pick up,
when I'm an ass.
Tried to pick up for many
there
years.
You go.
They're going to be happy at least.
Well, it's all right to be nice, and it's all right to be an ass.
There could be times
here's an example
where I don't think I'm an ass, but I'm still an ass.
South Metro. President Trump, Dakota County with 58% in.
So does that make it wrong?
Tyler, the Republican candidate for U.S. House,
it don't make it wrong.
By only 4,000 votes. This is what Republicans had in mind. They said if President Trump...
No, it makes it the fundamental of that question.
Especially in the suburbs.
Is it okay to be an ass and to be nice?
Republicans. And at least for Kistner,
right.
That seems to be the case. That's why he is hanging in this race. You can see there.
Yeah, well,
I
am nice.
Left. I also want to mention in Dakota County.
But I don't think I don't know if the people that I'm an ass to would agree with you.
They've had no problem counting some of the absentee ballots from previous days. But they
You know what I mean?
Not be able to count.
I was only asking you.
I don't think I would get their vote.
That means that we will not have all Dakota County results in until tomorrow. What does that mean? Well, very little in the presidential race.
Oh, I think I can move 1,000 or 2 people, man.
Don't matter in the presidential race.
Honestly.
Potentially in the second congressional
I'm
district.
pretty sure I met 100,000 people in my life.
Tyler Kistner, the Republican calendar, again, Dakota.
I'm okay with that example.
Counted until sometime tomorrow.
Going back to the second congressional district there, and
I
talking
really am trying to be simple.
very independent.
You know,
for a long time in his.
It takes a lot of effort.
This time, he didn't say.
No one ever heard me speak before. You understand what I mean?
That's what he said.
Most people never could understand what I say.
Play up his biography, and
It's taking a lot of time in order to not mumble.
District.
Okay.
District.
What's good?
31 percentage points in 2016.
Yeah.
Her entire race was spent on saying.
Is this your first? This is your first live show, is it?
Hoping people made the choice between.
No, it's not. I've been on quite a few of them.
Ready?
Do you make your own videos?
All right. Well, let's check.
I like to chop wood. I make wood chopping videos.
Spoke to Jim Hagedorn, the Republican incumbent.
I chop wood and shit.
He has.
How'd you get into that?
To his lead.
Do you sell firewood?
All of this evening to this point.
No, I don't sell no wood, man. I give it out to old people.
We're outside.
Okay. So what? Do you chop trees down for a living?
trickled out. Things have calmed down a little bit, but we just want
I did it one time in my life for a long time. I'm a skilled tree climber, but no, I don't do that either.
Right on. I used to do that for a living, bro.
Yeah, yeah. No, I did that for a long time too.
Yeah, I climbed for about 20 years, dude.
Yeah. But I don't do that now.
in your
Neither do I.
turning point that where things kind of look.
But I cut down about 1,000 trees since then.
Yeah, it's always going to be a tough race. I mean, they put 10.
I haven't
That
been.
ain't no lie.
I think the fact that I just kept.
I haven't been in a tree.
People in person.
Hey, you know, if you're like this Earth Watcher and so worried about the world and everything else,
Right.
I might be the worst guy because I know I've cut down over 10,000 trees in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Man.
But they came down, and they came down nicely. So
Where you wanted them
whatever.
to, right? They came down where you wanted them to, right?
Yeah. So I apologize to the world there, but
The state party chair, my mom, Jennifer Carnahan.
whatever.
Put it all on the table.
How long are you prepared to, or how long are you prepared to stay here tonight, or how long?
Other than that, that's not what I'm famous for, man.
Before he was governor.
You know what I'm famous for?
What are you famous for?
I think we won it in about 4 or 5.
I think I was in the top 10 of the fastest roofer in the country, man.
All right, thank you very much. Tom.
Well, what? With shingling?
So again, yeah, things.
Oh yeah, shingles or shakes or whatever you wanted. I was the best.
Only being by
Well, so how many square could you lay in an hour?
I was really close
5 square consistent.
with Jim Haggard.
Really?
The more things change.
Yeah, I was the best, man.
Swing states kind of staying.
That's no lie. That's no lie, by the way.
We know where that one
It
went.
just was.
We go to Joe Biden. He's added that to his.
You know what I was better at was fixing all of the construction's fucked up parts, right?
At the earliest.
There's so many hidden parts that you just gotta cover up.
Is leading
Right.
Wisconsin.
Michigan also not a called state.
I was the best at the worst of them.
Donald Trump.
Sounds
More precincts.
insulting, but it's true, and that's how you're the best.
Right. Yeah, I only did roofing for one summer. It wasn't really shingle. It was mostly like hot roof, and I worked the kettle for a summer. Yeah, I was a kettle boy for a summer.
I did roofing for 20 years.
No, only tree work for me. I was only tree. Well, no, not only tree work. I got into shampooing carpets for about a year and a half of my life too. With one of them like big shampooers that you got in a van.
On the state did have some polling.
Hey, man, I tell you what, after I came in, I would need your ass to shampoo them carpets because Mama would have been calling, man, and she would have said, Joe, you fix that fucking carpet. No shit. So I'd have been calling you.
That one.
No, I roofed for 20 years.
But again, that probably does not.
A little longer than that if you count personal time in roofing. But after that, I cut trees for another 6 years.
Nevada,
and I've been in the top of a lot of trees.
The precincts reporting in, but at this point.
And then I kind of retired right about then.
Right.
You know, I stopped doing stuff for a lot of other people for money.
Now that's how it should.
And
Why it's been so
I've been okay since, man.
Right.
But yeah, no, and there's more to my life than that too. I am jack of all trades, you know. It is amazing. I can do anything with these hands,
Right.
especially if they involve wood. I love wood, you know.
Got you. Yeah, I started out in the wood yard splitting wood with a hydraulic wood splitter.
Oh, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's that?
Are you Mister?
Mister?
Yeah.
No. Why do you ask that?
Oh, you have the same voice as someone else online.
No, I'm not Mister.
All right.
Coin is worth 50.
What was I saying? I forget what I was saying.
$50 piece of candy.
Yeah, Suso. What's his latest video, Tommy?
Coins worth.
Yeah,
Where I
muted.
waited today and bought 50.
What's this? His latest video?
It's stock stuff.
Oh, he's live right now?
It's like, talk to me about politics. I get it, but
Sure, like you have something that a candle that you buy for $20.
Oh, here you go. I'm going for this.
Hey, Tommy, put on a 5-minute video of me chopping wood, man. That'd be good.
What?
Do you want me to do it for you right now?
You still got to give them 2 Bitcoin, or do you got to give them 1?
It'd take me 20 minutes, though, because I'd have to go get wood.
You're trading for a house and you're buying with Bitcoin. The Bitcoin triples up or triples down. Either way, a guy that just got the Bitcoin for the house,
I'd say about a quarter.
Once you can convert it to cash. I believe there's wallets you can put it into to where it is what it is. It doesn't make sense to me. Take it out of Bitcoin, put it into cash.
Talking about the Great Reset?
I actually saved myself some money. No, because whatever I made or saved is fees.
What?
You really gotta
talking about the Great Reset.
I feel like I just feel like it was an investment. That's all it is. Some people put their money in the bank, some people buy stocks, some people buy gold, some people just put it in savings.
Who's this guy, Tommy?
Suso, he's in our community.
What's going on?
He was the only one in the International Mandela Effect conference that really talked about the Mandela Effect, and his name is Suso. He's in our community.
I actually thought I recognized him, so I must have never watched another video, but yeah, I thought I recognized him.
Here he is live, I guess. No, that's not live neither. That's another video he's showing of him.
He has a book on the Mandela Effect.
I really want to say to a lot of people, God is watching you. You're getting
I can't really hear him.
I know, yeah. I can't. I turned it up all the way. This is just a clip he's showing. It's not him. He's not. These are clips he's showing.
This woman and a man.
Oh yeah, I recognize him now. Okay, never mind, man. Hey, sometimes it's that ridiculous, you know. I recognize him.
I catch up. Like, yeah, here's my YouTube channel, and I give it to the guy in the back, and he goes, yeah, I used to watch you.
Yeah, I've seen this one before too.
It's messed up. I appreciate it. You're right, John. COVID. Somebody's got the COVID. Idiots. They think me. I walk by. I know. I walk by like with my hands together in a praying position and going, thank you for not putting masks on your children, and I kept backing up. I figured I get my ass beat. They're telling other people what to do with their children. You know, the woman stopped and said, no, thank you. For, people, we aren't that stupid, right? We're not stupid human fucking beings. So, but we're just complying now and get pissed because we're just complying. Not them. This is a different thing. you're complying for politics. You're complying because of the fear. Forget the fear, man. You're still afraid? In 9 months, you're gonna die. It's funny because I'm like, this shit just gets less real to me each day.
Yeah.
There is no fear. There's no. I think my biggest fear is. Do I have a fear? Yeah, I'm lost, right? Give me a second. Fear of me contemplating suicide. That I would ever even contemplate such a thing. Oh, this sounds stupid. That's the thing. What would I be afraid of? Wow. Yeah, I would have talked that out. That was stupid. I'm here to see what this is about. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm raising hell when I get the fuck out. Pissed off, motherfucker. Well, I don't. This was weeks ago, guys, or maybe a week.
Hey, that just reminds me, I bought a new lens for my camera today, man.
Nice.
I don't have it in my possession because I couldn't afford it,
A
but
lot
I
better.
gave it Bob $20, But I got a long range zoom for my Canon.
Nice. Good job.
JJ, what's up? Thanks for joining. Hey, I've hit double digits. I haven't been paying attention to chat, everybody, because I don't know how to use this new StreamYard stuff. So I've been just playing the videos that I would be putting up, that I would edit it normally, and you're getting all this unedited. And believe me, I would have edited quite a bit. I think. Yeah, no, thanks for hanging out. Let's keep going. Hope I didn't screw it up. See, I wish I could take this part off. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I could,
Is he live, Tommy?
last time, you look at the last live one I did.
He's
it
live.
Worked.
Are you in the chat, Tom?
No,
you're not going to die if you don't really risk. You're not going to kill somebody
there,
else.
but I'm not in it.
Right. You're not talking in it.
I see our I'm just not chatting.
All right. That's cool.
But I repeat that.
Yeah, that's wild. That one with the circle with the line through it. That is so crazy.
That's the one I climbed.
Wow.
Mountains are so neat.
Homegrown, Tommy. Homegrown.
12-12 here. 12-12 here.
And I'd do that one again. Although quite a few of them, and I've only done 114er, so I got to do another one. I've done quite a few hikes.
California polls should be closed now.
All right, let's take a look.
Oh yeah, they would have been closed, Tommy.
Heads at the state legislature
Yeah,
with the
an hour
They've
ago.
been closed.
Here's why this is important tonight. Next year, there's going to be a whole boatload of important issues to tackle. The state's going to have a multi-billion-dollar budget deficit. The state's still going to have to handle the coronavirus.
It's still 24 points, huh?
Districting for the next 10 years. How the district lines are going to be drawn. Will they advantage one party or the other? Democrats are going to have at least one seat at that table with Governor Tim Walz. He's in office for another 2 years. Will they have the trifecta?
All it's doing is boiling, man.
Will Republicans be able to?
Well, that's all it's been doing.
The counterwall. Right now, Republicans hold 2, then they lose the majority. Right now, well, they've lost 1 seat. That seat in Plymouth has gone to Democrats. But vulnerable Republicans, at least as of now, with potentially some late arriving absentee ballots in the next few days to come in, Republicans have appeared to hold on to this district they were vulnerable in. Both of the Rochester districts they have held.
Hey, next week, Tommy, I'll welcome you in my new house.
As of now, with 1 precinct left.
Hope you get in there.
Buttercup, I see you. We got more circles going on over here.
Next marks the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, circles. I guess we all got rerouted.
Yes,
That's a horrible picture, man.
That's the
It's
second
horrible.
one. Earlier, there was another one. Trying
That's crazy. So is that the one? So
we're here.
They're all shooting west. They're turning around and going west. It's just what I see out of it. For a second there, I was thinking.
Sound is
this
terrible.
whole thing is just to see how many sheep are out there. You vote one way, you're a sheep. You vote the other way, you're
Good
not.
sound, man.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the sound tonight. There's mine. See if Scan Man's still on. Smoking Scan Man.
What's up, Diamond? How are you?
Eastbound Washington.
He's just covering crap. I'm not interested in that crap.
And down ballot races, including a state Senate districts, as of right now. Again, with courts, this could all change.
Right. And
Very
we don't
much.
know how many of those absentee ballots will come in
That's right.
because we have to wait a couple days to see what the numbers look like.
All right, Theo, thank you.
we have to wait a couple days to see what the numbers look like. See, so they're already like
Votes is the one to watch. Let's take a look at that.
starting to push.
Go through this. We'll show you the big map as well as how the votes are.
You're gonna wait.
Now in that race to 270, Joe Biden with 237 and Donald Trump with 213.
And those numbers just kind of staying the same right now as we wait for some of those critical swing states, the popular vote. Let's take a look at that. And Joe Biden leading in the popular vote right now.
Minnesota, a foregone conclusion here. The popular vote shaped up like this: 54%.
I can't believe that.
And Joe Biden, 10% lead over President Trump, and that stayed in that same zone most of the evening. That is a wider margin of win for Joe Biden in Minnesota than most.
Cannot believe that.
Projected winner in Wisconsin probably until tomorrow, and that would be the earliest. But right now, the president is leading in Wisconsin. This is a state that he carried in 2016, and we'll wait to see what happens there as they continue to count their absentee ballots.
That U.S. Senate race here in Minnesota, pitting Tina Smith against Jason Lewis. Tina Smith, it appears she will retain. It's not been called. She's maintained a 7 to sometimes 12% lead over Jason Lewis most of the evening. Right now, it sits at 7 percentage points.
And Catherine, you had brought up the fact that a lot of these Senate races are following what happens in the presidential race in each of the states. And there are a lot of big Senate races. I mean, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars have been spent on these Senate races.
Oh, it's just extraordinary. Spending and then independent spending on Senate races. And actually, even though Minnesota's Senate race was competitive, it wasn't even in the top 10 nationally in terms of level of competition. So just a very competitive.
Are you kidding me?
Because, of course, majority party control was really up in the air.
Which was the most vulnerable? Remind our viewers as they look at those balance of power maps throughout the night. Which did you see as most vulnerable?
You're kidding me, right?
Minnesota.
Yeah, you're kidding me.
Minnesota. Is that Minnesota?
They said who's the most vulnerable, so I said Minnesota.
Apparently, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Who does, Joe? I know I don't. No fuck. Join the club.
Still a lot of
Annoying, huh?
A lot of live shows.
Welcome to 2020.
Black voters matter. Oh, good.
Oh my God.
Every voter matters.
No voter matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently, if you vote, you're getting the exact opposite. No, we knew these machines were rigged, man. I mean, the second you put a fucking Republican ticket in it, it comes out Democratic. I don't care how they count it. I don't know how they do it. But you know they fucking do it because there's no dang way, man.
I know how they do it.
So according to studies,
There's no dang way.
Joe, you want to know how they do it?
How?
They select.
They fucking cheat, dude.
They select them. They
They
select them.
cheat.
They select them.
Yeah, they cheat. They cheat, dude. I don't care what the hell you're selecting. You're cheating on the picking. You know?
They're not picking. Well,
they're
are picking. They are picking. Yeah, no shit. That's why we call it a selection, because they're selecting who they want.
Yeah, but then they're picking, and it makes you even feel stupider.
Well, we don't get to pick.
Going out there
They
tomorrow.
tell us who to pick
Yeah,
from.
I'm picking. I'm picking, but it's the other guy I'm apparently picking for half the time. Because my vote switched, dude.
Now, how do you know that? How do you know that?
I don't know that, but it's like something we all know around the country. Our fucking votes are switched.
That's with all the lights. I don't know.
You put your vote in the machine and you know it switched.
It's like a new age candle. I'll get burnt.
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we kind of figured it out a long time ago that you put your vote in there and it turns over to the other guy.
No one's won yet, Terra Nova.
No way in heck did Biden win Minnesota. No way.
Why they
And
protesting?
not so definitively either. Because that Congress lady of Minnesota, which I won't repeat the name,
Biden's winning.
has already stolen every damn vote. So there's no way we're fucking even. No, we are a corrupt state, man. You gotta fix that shit right now. We're actually begging for the military to come here, stomp them out, you know? Because we'd hate to fucking do it ourselves. You understand?
Yeah, they always think
You know?
Oh, man.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
There's truth there. There's truth.
We need to figure out who that is.
Yeah, I can hear you too.
On the window smashing. And what time is it right now? It's 10:23 or 10:30, 10:23. We have plenty of time left in the pocket.
So he's got 10:23.
He made me paranoid, dude. He made me paranoid.
Who, I
Hours
did?
from me. 3 hours from you.
Oh, what you guys are tuned into.
What, are you afraid you're going to hear your name coming up over the scanner?
Yeah, exactly, man. Don't like that shit.
Oh.
You're a funny guy.
What's that? A shooting in the neighborhood there.
I actually could care less about that, but go ahead and do it. You bomb guard me though, and then I get screwed, you right? Just like everyone else. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense? If
No.
you bomb guard me, then I get screwed just like everyone else.
You almost came down.
What do you mean by bombard?
If you ask too many questions.
Oh, okay.
Bomb guard. Hey, that's true, dude. There is a meaning behind it.
No, that's why I asked you what it was. That's that's why I asked you what it meant.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
The only
Don't
way
guard
you
me,
figure
man.
something out, the only way you figure something out is if you ask, right?
There's your update right now. We're going to be
Oh, look at this. Look, they got Trump
bundles of votes.
leading.
And Andrew, and I'll ask you, Chuck, as well.
I'm trying to pay attention, but it's all bullshit
Yeah, they got
already.
Trump winning on this channel.
got Trump winning.
I'm having more
Wow.
fun talking to you three than I am fucking trying to listen to this shit.
Yo, and that's a big swing, too. He's leading by what? 3 points instead of behind by like 24. That's a 27-point swing.
3-point win here. He won by 3 points.
And on the other one, he was down by 24.
I can't see what I'm looking at, man. I care less.
Really wanted to get it in
That's crazy.
because they knew what the president would do, and he went ahead and tweeted. Twitter flagged
That's crazy. How can that be?
Because it's bull crap. All this bull
Yeah,
crap.
I
They
know.
make up what they want on each channel. Don't act like it's a big surprise, dude. There you can find a whole different set of numbers on another fucking news channel. I mean, it's just a big joke. Fucking.
Nebraska.
It's
we have
just
we have just called.
They normally coordinate with one another.
Look, it just went
means-
to
and it is not gonna be
210,
solid red.
213.
Right.
Just
They
changed
normally
again.
coordinate, though, better with one another.
It just
Here,
changed
get it back
again.
Here in the map, you'll see. But we have called Nebraska 2
So here's a question, Tommy.
in here, and again.
Look, uncalled.
After all night,
115.
For some
See,
have we
115.
figured out who won yet?
election
Have we
coverage.
figured
No.
out who won?
No, we ain't going to know who won
No.
until a couple days, man.
Probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow.
We may know tomorrow.
Chuck, I'm sorry. Pick up where you were.
Sorry, here we
We
are.
may know.
I'm going to show you. We have called this now. It's not registering here, but we have called our decision desk. Said
If you let the devils work at night,
we know
you
about
know what happens.
one. It's an important one.
Yeah, well, see, this is the thing. It isn't gonna go in the nighttime because it's already morning,
Both blue.
or it'll be morning.
Yeah, so they worked all night, huh?
Yeah, they already worked. They're doing a little bit of work left. See, you're in Minnesota. What time you got there?
Yeah, it's the only way they won Minnesota, by the way, is they worked all night and all day for a while.
What are you at 11:30, right? Your clock is at 11:30. Your time,
It's interesting because
Joe.
12:28.
What time?
for Biden, and now you have
12:28.
one little congressional district.
Oh, he's got 12:28. So he's at now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. See, you're already in a new day.
Focused on
So as long as we find out before the night, we'll be all right, right?
remarkable. It could be the little.
Before like 5 a.m. Meaning 5 p.m.
Frankly, want a few more hours.
Right? Because that's like right around the evening, and right around now it's starting to get dark at 5 o'clock now, right? Ain't it? Because we fell back an hour, right?
Scenario.
Yeah, I didn't like that very much.
Yeah. Well, neither did I.
vote going to Donald Trump,
666.
and we have
Look,
just called
666
it for Joe Biden. And that
773
Oh
remaining.
my goodness! Yeah, look at that.
Biden does well in Michigan, Wisconsin, as
Wow.
currently my sources are still expecting, and Chuck walked through the data there with the caveats that we've had a lot of data that was wrong tonight. But what that does is it
We
means
have a lot of data that was wrong tonight. But here's what we have.
there are these legal battles through the courts about counting ballots, etc.
Makes sense, right?
Have to know the answer to that in order to know who has won the White House in the Electoral College. Now, obviously, we are projecting out a lot here at what time is 1:28 in the morning on Wednesday. We still, I think, not know what we're going to say on the Today Show tomorrow, Savannah.
I think briefly we want to mention that where we join.
I have absolutely no fire back there.
New characterization.
Hey guys, I really gotta let you guys go.
On that,
I appreciate the airtime quite a bit.
we await.
I love you, Tommy.
We're going to take a brief
Yeah, I'm gonna be
pause
wrapping
here.
this up probably pretty
Rejoin
soon
our
because I
coverage
don't think they're
for
gonna
just a
announce anything tonight. You know, they're trying to keep the violence down. So.
Welcome
Thanks
back.
for coming on, Joe. Nice to
That's
talk.
what we're all
Yeah, good to
trying,
have you.
man.
We're going to show you where we're at right
Good to
now.
have you.
I mentioned just a moment ago.
Catch you later, Joe. Nice talking to you.
Too close to
Hey, thanks, Rick.
watching carefully, waiting for a lot
Anytime,
of
come back anytime.
from the Atlanta
See, they got
area.
the 666 thing up there again.
Too
Well, they
early
did.
right now.
All right, let's go to the upper Midwest. Minnesota, too early to call, but our projection is that Biden has a lead there. Arizona, same story.
663.
Biden does have a lead.
We're looking at North Carolina. Been watching that closely for quite a while now. Too close to call. Maine, too early. Biden leads in Maine, however.
All right, let's go to Michigan. There's a state that we're not going to get the vote all counted up for a couple of days. Too early to call. Wisconsin, same story. Too early to call, and we're awaiting votes in.
See, like, how can they call anything if they ain't gonna get everything in for a couple of days? You know what I mean?
Right now, the electoral tally in the road to 270.
I didn't hear you,
Donald
bro.
Trump with 230.
I said, how do they expect to call anything if they say it's going to take a couple of days to count
Because he could still get to 270 first. You know,
right, by the
whoever
election.
gets to 270 first wins, and then you know if there's enough votes to overcount it, then I don't know, but whatever. But it's whoever gets to 270 first, man, that's all.
They
It
hang on to
always
that.
is.
Then Democrats can do this without Pennsylvania or North Carolina or Georgia. Or you look at it the other way, the president can win Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia, and he's too short. And he'd be 2 electoral votes short at this point. But you talked about Georgia, and that ultimately, I think we need to go back there. We got to see if Mr. Howman's report there about the water main break, how much that's going to, you know what, I think he's right. Because
Oh, yeah, what a main break. It's going to
the last 20 minutes.
affect the election.
I'm not going to bother back in. We've been sitting at 236,000 spread. I think it is time to find out if our friends in Georgia have decided to go to bed tonight or whether they're going to keep counting vote and delivering it.
Okay, assignment has been handed out. What about Nevada? Are we going to get any numbers from Nevada tonight?
Yeah, I know we kept threatening to put our man John Ralston on the air, and John Ralston has done the math. He will tell you that, you know, the way Nevada works, we don't have much, look, 7%. But Nevada is basically arguably a 2-county state. You know, I'm going to mispronounce Washoe County. I always do, and my apologies, Mr. Ralston. That's where Reno is, Clark County, where Vegas is. Basically, are the population centers. Democrats run up the score here. Republicans want to. They got to basically match the Democrats there, and then roar big time in here. I think the only way the president actually wins this is if his overperformance with Latinos in Florida translates to Clark County in Las Vegas.
Okay. We want to bring in Democratic Senator Bob Casey of Pennsylvania, who knows the state inside and out, also spoke to former Vice President Biden tonight. What did he say to you? We've got reports, Senator Casey, that he was calling and saying, hey, where are the votes? How come we haven't seen the votes come in yet in some of these key counties for the Democrats?
No, we had a good conversation. He was just checking in, I guess about an hour, a little more.
Yeah, I'm not worried about nothing.
I was telling him what I knew, which wasn't a lot in the blue counties. I was expressing real frustration. We didn't have more numbers. But he was very patient and upbeat, and so am I. He's going to win Pennsylvania. It's going to be close. It's going to be a long count, but he's going to win.
So what is your assessment of the way the votes are coming in right now?
Well, because you have so many mail-in ballots in the blue counties, the 4 big suburban Philadelphia counties and Philadelphia itself and Allegheny County, those numbers aren't tabulated yet. And the president's smaller rural counties that he's done really well in have reported a lot more. But even in those counties, Joe Biden's been shaving off some numbers by getting more of a vote because you're not getting as much of a third-party vote. So the raw vote for Joe Biden's better in a lot of counties than it was in 16. And then the suburban Philadelphia vote is going to be monumental. And I think Allegheny County is going to be better, a lot better than 16. So it'll be close, and it might take a while to get to the final number, but maybe by sometime in the morning we'll know more about the bigger population counties.
Well, we want to. This is the hour of the morning when we get a little nerdy here. So let's get to Erie County, which
Get
can
a
be
little nerdy.
the president there.
Dirty.
Voters.
Wow.
Trump won that in 2016 by 2. Obama won it big in 08 and 12. So it feels like one of those counties that swings. What do you hear?
Get a little nerdy.
Well, I haven't seen a final number there yet, but I think it's like a lot of places. I think he's going to be able to shave down margin. But I think in the end, this is an election now that will come down to one market and a half. In other words, half of the Pittsburgh market and half of in the whole Philadelphia television market. When President Obama won the state in 2012, he won by 5. Only 2 markets. The big Philly market, more than 40% of the vote.
Senator, I'm going to interrupt you just for a brief second, if you please, because we've got a call in Minnesota. NBC News projects that Joe Biden will win the state of Minnesota 10 votes. And Senator, I'll let you react to that if you'd like.
That's great.
No.
All
right. We already knew that one. That was
All
right, be
that's
well.
for you, Joe. Sorry, dude.
Jason Miller, the Trump campaign chair or advisor, earlier that he felt that Minnesota could be in play for President Trump. NBC now.
Look, he gave us numbers that look like they're closer to right in North Carolina, but his Minnesota.
I don't know about that, Vicky.
Pretty off, 8-point win. Look, this was a state that I'm going to guess that this, and you know, it's funny as we're sorting out this night. The president is the one that may look around the map and go, boy, there were some missed opportunities. They talked about Minnesota. They didn't make a real campaign in Minnesota. They talked about Nevada. They didn't make a real campaign.
I think if the latest we would know, right, would be
political realignment.
We figure California's at 10:30, right?
In this electoral college.
Yeah.
We have this.
So give them the midnight
split that is real.
And then, like, I guess what? An hour and a half. I mean, an hour.
It's not going to be that easy. No, I don't think so.
I think it would be like an hour after midnight.
No, California makes everything difficult. No.
Well, it's interesting.
No.
A former Democratic member of Congress sent me an email earlier tonight and go, I want to know who the staffer was that thought it was a good idea to send Joe Biden to Iowa and Ohio yesterday for stops, when basically Joe Biden's losing Iowa and Ohio by a point less than Hillary Clinton did. So it turns out that what everybody thought was happening in Iowa and Ohio, that this was a state that Donald Trump, that wasn't an outlier in 16, that it was moving. It's gotten confirmed tonight.
Just pointing out that Blaine Alexander is reporting from Atlanta that the officials there say they are still counting, that the water main is not stopping them from counting, and that the count goes on in Fulton County.
Okay.
Let me bring Casey into the conversation. Casey,
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
Biden positioned himself as the responsible candidate, if I can use that term, of wearing the mask and not doing the big crowds. As these numbers get reported out, are we going to look at that different in terms of his inability to really get out there and shake the hands and do the ground stuff?
Well, it's a difficult calculation, Lester, because if you think about how this pandemic has played out and where many people thought the race stood back in January before we even knew that this pandemic was about to hit us, I think there were a lot of questions about whether any Democrat was going to be in a really competitive race with President Trump come the fall. And then we have been grappling ever since with a historic pandemic. So I think it depends on where you start your analysis in terms of how we think about it. But it's certainly true that there was a big difference in how these two candidates actually campaigned on the ground. And I know Republicans certainly are saying that their get out the vote efforts in places like Miami-Dade County in Florida made a real difference for them, especially in communities where, and we're still getting the data on first-time voters, but it's possible that President Trump actually benefited
They're now showing him in
from
the lead
first-time
now.
voters in
Biden
a significant way that's not
here.
typical of
Oh, right. Okay, they jump Biden up ahead now.
the Democratic
on
candidate,
this
just
one.
because that's kind of how it's played out in the past.
The other one
who would
had him
benefit from
already,
voters
but
who
this
had
Right. All right. No, yeah, and we
some evidence
give
still sorting through.
Biden
Maybe
7 more
not
points
the
than it
case.
would
And I think
be.
it's about
Yeah.
having a more robust, even if it wasn't Joe
Okay,
Biden,
so they're just behind. That's all.
volunteers.
No, but Trump was never leading, was he?
On this channel he was, yeah.
Right,
213 to 210.
right.
Come
All
on,
right.
man.
Yeah, what am I talking about?
Independents who are concerned about the pandemic, didn't want a stranger knocking on their door, didn't want to go to a packed rally. And, we may be seeing that cultural difference and that cultural shift play out. I mean, I think we've all come to experience that not only are people voting in these different ways, but they're experiencing and living in the pandemic in different ways. They're taking
There's only 5 people here,
even
too.
etiquette of
So
wearing a mask can be different
we're at
depending on the
2.5
community
hours.
or place where you live. And we're
I'll get
seeing
back
that start
on in
to
the
line up
morning and
with these
go
trends.
live.
So it's really hard
if
to
they
know.
haven't
And I think
called
that's why, of course, some
Right.
of these have been so
Yeah,
wrong
I'm
is
ready to get
because
some rest.
we've never done this before.
All right. Yeah.
220 to 213,
That
they're
was
calling it.
this massive.
Let me look and see what
We
that
simply
other
don't know
channel was
how voters have been motivated.
calling it before we go. Let's see, NBC. That's what we were just watching. Let's see what these chumps are saying. Trump expected to speak soon, apparently. Not today. Trump just, 2 of them saying Trump's supposed to speak soon.
That's all it is. Yes, indeed.
Who knows when that'll be?
All right, listen, I'm going to jump off, Tom. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man.
Everybody in the
I'll get on in the morning and cover a little bit of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace and love, everybody.
Yep. Take care, guys. Thank you for being here again.